Hello and welcome to the Theatre Future Lab Help channel. Here is everything about theatre and music professionals, tips and tricks. Today again we have for the second episode Gniffke, and we are doing now the second video of a series of 3. So make sure you see the first video. It is full of very helpful tips and tricks. So today we speak about auditions.
I love auditions.
When you first said I love auditions, it hit me. I thought I would love to say this about myself. Did you always feel like that, or did you develop this?
I developed this. I mean, at the end, everyone at the beginning has a fear of auditions. You have one shot. This is the famous one shot. You have your 5 minutes, and then you don't want to fail. You have a fear. You're not sure. You have a bad day. You slept bad. But at the end, this is your chance to show up what you really, really, really can. And this is a chance and an opportunity which can change your life at the end. So I decided for myself, I love auditions because I go there and I'm super sure about the things I'm going to sing, and I always bring the same thing, and so I also get used to it. And I've also brought things which I never sang before, just a small piece out of it, but I know this is where I'm good. And only things where you're really, really good, this should be presented first. And leave away anything which is not really yours. So this is a little bit my credo about the auditions.
Mm-hmm.
So the best audition which I ever had was at the Bayreuther Festspiele from Katharina Wagner and Christian Thielemann. I was so super excited. But
you mean nervous? You were nervous? No, excited.
No,
yeah.
I was.
I'm going.
I'm going to show them how good I am, because of course you're stressed and you're nervous and so on. This is super. This is okay, and it's also normal. But at the end, I wanted to win. So if you go to an audition and you feel bad, on a certain way you show these vibes to others. But I decided I want to go because I'm good enough for it, and I will show you how good I really, really am. And these 5 minutes were my 5 minutes. And then they just out from the stage said, okay, go to the dress.
So you were really hot for it.
I'm really hot for any audition. I'm looking forward to it. At least. You get connected to new people.
You meet the other people again and again.
And sometimes you meet them. Oh, nice to see you again. Yes. Oh, hi there. How are you? And this is the better way if you go with a good feeling and say, yes, I will show you what I really, really can.
What about dress code?
I saw people who came in jeans and sneakers, which, you can do that. I wouldn't do that, because you never know on the other side what is the dress code of the other person who is listening to you. So, dress code, I would say business.
Business.
Black for men and not exaggerated somehow, but audition-like, because at the end, this is what people would also see you when you are on stage or in a concert, something like this. It shows up that you take this very serious, this moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
From your notes, be famous for something.
Yeah.
And here again, you write, the more specialized you are, the more likely you are to be identified with your repertoire.
Yeah.
The more specialized you are.
Yeah. Being famous for someone, this is also what we said a little bit in the first video, shows to everyone what they get if they hire you. So they get a character tenor, a lyric tenor, dramatic soprano, whatever this is. So I was also asked, can you sing Tamino? I said, no. I mean, of course, I've sung Tamino before, but at the end, I want to be known not as Tamino, I want to be known as Herodes, I want to be known as Mime, I want to be known as Hauptmann in Wozzeck, or as Hexe, something like this. These 4 roles, this can make your career, because they may be very difficult roles. And at the end, you make also a difference in the audition. If you have, for instance, Freischütz. I was once in an audition for Freischütz, and everyone sang the same aria, the Max aria, and decided I will not sing the Max aria, I will sing something completely different. And everyone was a little bit like surprised, he doesn't sing that, but I sang what I really knew before from my personal past. So I sang, in this case, I sang Don Jose. I wouldn't do that again now because I have changed my repertoire to character tenor. But at the end, I got the role, and I was pretty happy with that because I made somehow a difference. But being famous for means basically, if you state, I'm good into exactly this, everyone will know this. And you repeat always the same thing. I'm good in this, and nothing else. So I even deleted on my website repertoire which I've done before, because it does not help in my career path. No.
The red line.
The red line.
Does this mean that I should sing arias from operas that are extremely rarely, and that the jury probably doesn't know?
That's a good question. I mean, I remember in an audition at the Munich State Opera, there was a lady and she sang John Cage. I mean, it was super surprising for me, and this made a little bit a difference because she did it before, she made John Cage, and this was super interesting to me because she was good in exactly this. So at least, even though they may not have searched for it, they perhaps remember a person who was very good in something which you may need later. So yes, and I did the same in my auditions after 5 Terminos and I don't know whatever, and Dein ist mein ganzes Herz, I came with Hauptmann. And I remember director of a very, very, very big opera house and said, now everyone is awake again. So I made a difference for my energy on one side, and because I love auditions, I can show how good I am in exactly this repertoire, and this made a difference for the casting director at the end.
Okay.
And of course I got it.
Michael Gniffke, wake up the jury.
Somehow, yes.
The more specialized you are, the more likely you are to be identified with your repertoire, the niche, the uniqueness. So if you try to be better than the other one, you have to lower your price or you have to fight very hard. But if you are the only one, you are unique. And this is a strategy from business.
Yeah, it's a strategy from business. We call it unique selling proposition.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have something which is unique in the market, then people will buy it. I mean, everyone knows WhatsApp. I mean, WhatsApp was unique at the beginning. Now you have Signal, Telegram, I don't know, whatever. But it was the only messenger, so they made a difference. This is a unique selling proposition, which is called like that. I mean, a unique selling proposition also applies for a singer. If you are specialized in old music, in contemporary music, or whatever this is, and you are known for this, then you will better find an additional engagement. I mean, I will have had at the end of March 23 my 3rd world creation. So I remember when my agent presented me to another person, said, this is Michael, he's specialized on contemporary music. And this is good, because everyone knows, okay. At the end, it is important that people remembers you in their eyes and what they think about you. It's not important what you think. We would say if you think something, then we call it inside-out approach, but you have to think outside-in from your, from the client side, we would say, from the management.
So
from
inside-out approach or outside-in approach?
Choose the outside-in approach, think from the other side, what you think they will see in you, and try to approach them. And then you can make a difference.
This is a very difficult thing if you are a singer, because you're living inside your instrument and you feel so much with your emotions. You live with your emotions, and you really you want to think about what you want to audition, not what they want to buy outside.
At the end, you have a buyer, and the buyer is the agent, or at least the theater. I mean, it's even also difficult to find an agent. But the agents which I know, they say, it matches into my roster because I don't have a character tenor, or don't have a Helden tenor, or whatever this is. So they buy something which they don't have yet. And for this, you have to make clear that you match exactly into this. And you have to present what others need, not what you think you are good. But in the best case, it matches. Of course, you don't have to show things which you are not good into. You have to show only things where you are super good, and where you have super confidence into yourself and so on. But at the end, it should always match a specific need of a theater and or of an agent.
Yes, once I get a contract, strategy fit. Higher fee or investment? What do you mean? What is a strategy fit?
I was asked to sing a buffo role in Falstaff. I mean, Falstaff, Italian repertoire. I decided, no, I don't do that. Because I want to be seen as a character tenor in the German Fach. So I asked my agent, because this came from another agent, what do you think? He says, don't do that, because it doesn't help on your red line. If you go and sing this could even harm your red line, or could harm this for what you want to be seen in the market. And so I declined this offer. I made someone unhappy about that, but at the end it does not help. Because singing a role could, for your personal career, if it's the wrong role, could harm your career. This could be a bad choice. So even here, less is more. And about the fees, I mean, if I need a job, I really need a job for different reasons, like I have to pay my bills and so on, it's clear, take this role, but at least be sure, okay, I can deal with my strategy if I take this, so I can find a way how to package it into the overall red path strategy, whatever you want. And especially, let's say, smaller houses don't pay that much, which is super okay. I mean, this is it's fair to work everywhere where you think you can make a good job and you can make a difference and you will be rehired again. And if you need a role, it would be, for instance, good to make an investment. I remember at the very beginning of my, let's say, professional career, I worked for really, really small fee. But my intention was to get connected to others, to build up my network. So I took this as an investment. But then I was aware of this. So the thinking about why you make a job or why you don't make a job, this is the key point behind it. So rethink, what does it mean if I'm doing it, or what does it mean if I'm not doing it? So the internal discussion with yourself, okay, should I do it, yes, no, this is super important.
First day at work, working in an ensemble.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Behave.
No. Behave, yes. I mean, I remember the first day in Opera House for WhatsApp. This was so strange. I mean, I thought I was super prepared. I checked YouTube channels and so, okay, well, I can do that because I'm well prepared. No, I'm not prepared because one thing which was not clear, the conductor was a composer.
Oh.
So the composers are super exact. After one bar, he stopped and said, no, not like that, not like that. And everyone was around that because Wozzeck starts with the Hauptmann. So I was that small. And after this day, I decided never again be not 100% prepared. So I invest everything in a super preparation. But knowing your role is one thing. I mean, the first day, the first impression you give, show who you are. So I give everyone the hand, even to the cleaning people. So hello, I'm Micah, nice to meet you, and so on. So to give a good feeling about myself to everyone around in the house.
Yeah.
So they know you're a smart guy or a smart lady or whatever this is, and you're nice and funny, and people like to talk to you, and this is the first chance to get connected, to build up a new network or to enlarge your network. So don't have a fear to connect to others.
Yeah. What has Michael Gniffke learned in the last 5 years?
I mean, in the last 5 years, I've learned really a lot. I mean, the most important takeaway for me is really less is more. I mean, I don't do everything, I try to do the right thing. The other thing is I enjoy to audition because with this inner feeling, I give also another energy to my to the listeners. I mean, to the casting directors and so on. Of course, I'm nervous. This is everyone, but I'm always happy if I can go and show something. This is a personal learning from my side. The other point is also that if a person which is well known or super established sits alone on a table, can go there and ask, can I sit with this? Can I sit with you? Can I lunch with you? Or whatever. And then you get into small talk and you ask, and then the people remembers you, for instance. And this is important into my personal feeling. I remember in Bayreuth I met Placido Domingo. I thought about, should I go to him? Yes, no. Then I went and asked him, nice to meet you, can I buy you a drink? Yes, he said, I would like to have a schnapps. I went to the bar, the schnapps, and we drank this schnapps together.
Yeah.
And then so we had a small talk a little bit. It's not important, but it gives me a good feeling. I talked to Domingo.
Drink schnapps with Domingo.
Drinking schnapps with Domingo. It's super nice.
So, I think this is the end of the second video. There will a third video will follow, and there we will speak about networking. What we started now, we will continue in this third video. So subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss this next video. If you like to have a strategy session with Michael, where he takes on your specific case, subscribe. Take the link below and subscribe to our landing page, and there you find his email address. Get in contact with him. He offers strategy sessions like others offers singing lessons, but please use this email address you find on our landing page. Yes, and that was it was. Thank you so much, Michael, for being here. Second episode, and I hope this interview was helpful for you. And now I wish you a lot of concerts and performances, well paid and fulfilling engagement. I English is not my strength. And a lot of success with becoming famous for something. See you soon.